Hey, welcome back to Supercharge Conversions Academy. This is Chris here, your instructor, and every week I give you guys tips and tricks that you can use to increase your online sales through conversion rate optimization. And this week I'm going to talk to you about the 10 deadly sins that e-commerce merchants sometimes make. Hopefully you're not one of them. Then you don't have to watch this video. Anyway, so let's give me a drum roll. Are you guys ready for 10 deadly sins? Okay, so number 1, writing unscannable paragraphs. Number 2, spammy elements. Number 3, including shit that should not be there. Number 4, automatic sliders. Number 5, low quality photos. Number 6, unoptimized photos. Number 7, no unique value proposition. Number 8, unclear shipping and return information. Number 9, non-compliance to Facebook or any platform policies as a new advertiser. Number 10, no reviews. Alright, number 1, writing unscannable paragraphs. This is truly a deadly sin, and that's why I put it here in the first mention. And so how do you make something scannable? You can do so by keeping the paragraphs short. I'll say that 3 to 4 sentences max. And if you are viewing a paragraph on the mobile phone, it's even worse, right? Because the width of the mobile phone is only so long, and then the paragraph basically gets pushed to longer than 3 to 4 sentences mostly. That's where you have to write your sales copies in a very specific, concise, and value-oriented manner so that you can omit as many words as possible to make your paragraphs short, as in 3 to 4 sentences. So what we need is then in order to guide a person's attention, you can use headlines, subheadlines, and bullet points, and that would help you be able to produce scannable content. All right, number 2, spammy elements. There are a number of things which can really reduce trust immediately for people who have extensive online shopping experiences. Well, most of you know what dropshipping is, right? If you haven't done that as a merchant, you might have experienced it as a customer. And dropshippers have a very distinct scent, I would say. The amateur setup, the lack of aesthetics, overuse of various pop-ups, countdown timers, low quality gifs, whatever it is, non-branded products. The truth is, if a brand uses countdown timers and certain discount pop-ups, such as the Wheel of Fortune, if they use it properly and design them aesthetically, it can still work. And however, most of these apps have terrible looking interface, which reduce customers' trust. So, in my opinion, stay away from them. Also, even newsletter sign-ups or discount pop-ups can be spammy. When a person knows nothing about your store, they are forced to look at your discount pop-up immediately upon landing in the store. No thanks. It can appear somewhat spammy, and there's no reason to opt in right away if they don't even know what your store is about. So you need to consult data on your Google Analytics to know when to actually show these pop-ups to brand new customers or return customers. So what I meant by consulting your Google Analytics is that you can look at the bounce rate, the average bounce rate, so that you know when and how long the person is actually staying on your website. And you don't want to show it to them right away, of course, because it's going to annoy the shit out of them most of the time. Unless it's a great offer, 50%, then you can probably show it to them. All right, number 3 is including stuff that does not need to be there. I've mentioned in a previous video that you want to take the customers to the target destination, and that is only the product, right? And if you have any element that would conflict with that goal, you got to take them out or reduce them or show them later on in a different part of a different funnel. Okay? And if that thing that is there that's not going to contribute immediately towards taking the person to a checkout or an increased average order value, it literally is useless and you have to take it out. A good example would be the social icons. If you click on them, they literally take you onto a different website. So that's the quick way to say bye-bye to your customers, right? And another example could be a dedicated section for your brand story on the product page. And that has nothing to do with the product's benefits or the person's desires. So definitely think about what you want the customers to do and only show them the things that will push them to take that action. All right, number 4, automatic sliders. Sadly, probably the most commonly made mistake by e-commerce owners. I get it. It's extremely tempting to use them. They look beautiful, they look interactive, they make you look like a legit brand. However, automatic sliders have been proven by studies time and time again to decrease conversion rate. If not, it's very ineffective. So some of the reasons include that it looks like an advertisement. It looks like a banner. So people have developed blindness to banners and to advertisements, so they don't even pay attention to it. Second, that the sliders switch without the person's will, right? So like a person just wants to read something, it takes the control out of them, and then they feel out of control. That's negative website experience, user experience. And number 3 is that there's too many messages usually with automatic sliders, and so that a person can't fully grasp the unique value proposition of a product or of the brand. Okay, so I would definitely say bye-bye to automatic sliders. If you really want, you can still have a slider, but make them static. Make them clickable so that it's controlled by the user rather than being controlled, having the customers lose control. All right, number 5, low quality photos. Low quality photos obviously decrease the customer's trust, and it could decrease the brand's perceived value. And it's so easy to just upload a pixely photo and leave it there because we're all freaking lazy. But definitely do yourself a favor and think of your poor bank account and go fix them up. Also, you should know how to display photos which contain text. If the photos are somewhat small, you can start with JPEG and see if the texts are pixely or not. If it shows up pixely, then you can use .png as an extension because it preserves the outlines of the text. Number 6, unoptimized photos. Alright, the size of your photos can really affect the load speed of your site. And I probably have mentioned in one of my IG posts before that the page load speed of 3 seconds or more are becoming less than optimal and will actually ding your conversion rate. So understand the maximum sizes you need for both desktop and mobile for clear display of your photos. If your photo only needs to be like, say, 500 pixel times 500 pixel, then just go with that instead of using 1500 times 1500. As an example. Then you want to save them in the right format. So, for pictures without text, I would definitely suggest you go with JPEG. And then you would use a program like optimizilla.com, okay, to optimize your photos to reduce the file size while maintaining the quality of the photos. All right, number 7, no UVP or unclear unique value proposition. I know by now you've probably heard me mention this like 20 times. But UVP is extremely important. It is what makes you different, and it is what tells your customer why they need this product and why they need it from you, rather than going to get it from another person or get another person's product. So if you have a unique product, why wouldn't you highlight its features and benefits? All right. So definitely make your UVP clear and attractive to your customers. All right, number 8, unclear shipping and return information. This one is a total killer, especially if your shipping cost is high. Now, seriously, no one likes it. No one likes the surprises. I'm sure you've experienced before, like, you want to buy this $30 item or $30 product, and you get to the checkout page and you find out the shipping costs you like $8. Like, what the hell? And that is like the easiest way to abandon the cart drop off. And I've experienced this so much that when a website doesn't display the shipping time and shipping costs upfront, usually I don't even bother with it unless I really want it. Otherwise, it's just too much effort to get to the checkout page to risk, seeing some surprised information. So number 9, non-compliance of social media policies. Some items or some offers are more sensitive than others. If your website contains aggressive sales copies or some of the images and videos infringe copyrights, definitely don't use them because it's not worth having your account banned. Some people are very used to getting their accounts banned, but then they are in the black hat industry. But for you, stay away from making these mistakes and the most important thing for you as a media buyer, or if you like drive traffic to your website, is to actually know the policies of these social media platforms. Okay. Number 10, no reviews. Okay, what's worse than having no reviews? What would that be? I would say it's having a widget that says 0 reviews. So you have a widget, but there is no review, as it says there's 0 reviews. So, okay, review is such a low-hanging fruit that if you're not using it, you're basically leaving money on the table. It is true that a lot of well-known stores with good reputation don't really need normal testimonials. But if you're a small seller that's not a household name, and just do yourself a favor and get some reviews. You don't need specifically for the item reviews, but at least have the store reviews. I mean, if you look at like LV and D&G, Google and Apple's, no reviews needed, okay? But until then, you're gonna want reviews and social proof, because they will definitely get your conversion rate up, and not using them, you're basically doing yourself a disfavor. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking with us till the very end of this video. I hope you guys find some values, and if you do, please give this video a thumbs up and press the subscribe button. I'm a new content creator, so any support would be highly appreciated. I'm doing it for you and for hopefully more people in the future if they can actually get to see this video. So thank you again, and see you next time.